as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner. These are two very different.
And Cole, the High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight. Whoa. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed. Brace for this impact! Like a guillotine.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The Animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
Piercing chop. Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now. And you can see, nice takedown. Stack them up. Gets reversed.
Is it enough? What was that? He had him exactly where he wanted him. Oh, my goodness.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steel. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steel makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in the match, and he needs to keep it that way.
George the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
And this onslaught's really taken everything out of him.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Forearms for the second rope.
Driving down.
He's able to slip away from that.
Uh-oh. Has to fight a way out of this. Slam down. He's making the climb up towards the top of the cage.
Opportunity is just a few feet away now.
Trying to make their way out of the cage. George the Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one.
Great trouble here. Can he get it fully locked in?
A stump puller. Desperately trying to resist the hold. Trying to protect the leg. Tapping out.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Banzai Drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will... And it's all come down to... And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring. What a headbutt. Vicious. Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth. And Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career. Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyria facing off in the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament. Who will take home the crown?
Leaning on the turnbuckle here. Headbutt.
Just using their foot as a weapon. Boot right to the throat.
What a headbutt.
Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the Irresistible Force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now. So ruthless.
And Lyra only finds herself on the defensive.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here. Getting positioned on the top rope. Oh, look at this power. Look at this strength.
Superhuman military press slam. And at this point, Nia just punishing Lyra.
This is exactly the pace the Irresistible Force likes.
Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow, undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months, and Jax has stayed that dominant for years.
Corey, what do you think is going to be the key in this match for Nia Jax? She certainly made plenty of promises when it comes to being queen of the ring.
What Nia brings to the dance floor is raw power, the likes of which you rarely see from most men, let alone women. Nia has absolutely no... Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night, Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax and officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, you know, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? You know, he had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins, and he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to not show up? Is he here?
Well, there's the Rattlesnake's view. It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. Launched right out of the ring.
Take off.
Whoa!
Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there. Game on, Garth. We got ourselves a hockey stick.
And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of this Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the shark tank that is WWE.
Serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the shelf for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's action. I'm just saying I understand it.
This conflict is beyond disturbing. Corey, what's going through Rikishi's mind when it comes to defeating Stone Cold?
Rikishi has to be prepared to endure an emotional storm like he's never felt before. The big man must recover from that and use his weight to immobilize the Rattlesnake, because we know Austin will not stay down.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals will go to those disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to.
And there's Austin sent flying.
We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. flying. All the way to the outside.
Took a leap of faith. Connected perfectly. This could be just what they needed. Man, Stone Cold's face is really starting to show the damage of this match.
Knee to the gut creates separation. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's a delusion. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there is no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that. Boom!
And Rikishi enjoying how he's worn down the rattlesnake's mouth.
And I bet The Rock is smiling about it, too.
Oh, stop that nonsense, Corey.
Nothing to do with this altercation. We have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
Kind of lies you trying to spread. We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all the Rock's success. Into the ring again now.
The Texas Rattlesnake rallying the people to his side. That puts an end to that, thank goodness.
And all momentum has been taken from Austin.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the Rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all of the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The Rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. Nobody wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth.
There has been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks. And this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for. From way up. Oh, the reversal by Rikishi. Oh, man. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
The barricade. Oh, my!
Ouch. And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well.
And he comes in under the ropes now.
Big punch finds its mark. Over the top and lands awkwardly outside. Taking flight. What? Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move.
And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but to throw vinegar on Rattlesnake's nest, Rikishi goes and destroys Austin's truck with a sledgehammer.
Well, hell hath no fury like a man who has his car tampered with. It's just extra motivation for every fist Austin lands in this fight. And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now steel chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin gonna deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
And again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake is taking it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him. And gets tossed back into the mat. And here's Austin looking to end it right now. And kicks out before the refs count.
What a jaw-dropping show of strength this late into the match.
It looks like he could get it done here.
His arm shot off the mat before one.
I was not expecting. Austin with stone.
Looking to put this one away here. Going for the cover. And a kick out. What on earth?
Unbelievable. Kick out at one.
Unbelievable. More like inhuman.
Austin has put away so many opponents like this before. Uh-oh.
Rikishi driver. Rikishi got all of it.
Expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is...
Intensity on the face of the champion. Challenger in the corner, looking more determined than I've ever seen. John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps the ultimate super heavyweight threat.
Now, Cena could be in for the greatest challenge as champion tonight. But if anyone can overcome the terrifying ruthlessness from the apron, launching. Sit-out powerbomb.
Such a unique situation for the champion John Cena tonight. This could be the first time in Cena's career that he comes in as an underdog champion.
And that's a credit to the challenger. Anybody would be an underdog against a man that's undefeated. Umaga simply looks unbeatable.
But John will fight you as long as he's breathing. That's the Cena style.
And you just see Cena's legs bend awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage. But either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
No question John Cena has his work cut out for him taking on Umaga, who's aptly named the Samoan Bulldozer for his relentless offense.
Yeah, and while Umaga may not be as refined in the ring as other superstars, his ruthlessness more than makes up for the difference. If Umaga can connect with some truly merciless attacks, then Cena and his title reign could quickly be in trouble.
Poorly timed offense there.
Oh, he cuts it off.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan Bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena with...
Oh, for the title!
An early kick out for the challenger.
These men knew this match was going to be hard fought.
Cena reaching deep into his bag of tricks for that springboard stunner.
Elbow drop.
Piercing. Got out of there at the perfect time.
And that was an efficient display of offense with that maneuver. Oh.
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single thing in his path. It's not hyperbole to call him a dangerous and deadly savage. That unraveled on Umaga. What a counter!
Proof these superstars have done their homework.
Oh, man. Turns that into a devastating shot to the knee. Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan Bulldozer.
Oh, man!
Cena is unable to stop this string of offense.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now. Super kick!
Ooh, nasty shot to the throat.
And that's another well-placed attack to his head and neck area.
No.
In Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting... And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look
out!
out!
A headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, pulls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Oh no, it's never good when Umaga has that look in his eyes.
Good Lord, watch the power of Umaga. Brutal attack from Umaga. He smells Cena's blood in the water.
Pulled in for a belly-to-belly. I think that's it. No idea what he's planning here.
I don't think it's anything good, Cole.
Look at...
Counter from Umaga.
This'll do it. Umaga.
Samoan spike. The challenger comes up big.
He kicked out at 2.
The title still hanging in the balance. Resilience of a champion on display.
And I think we all know this is...
Here it comes.
Oh, a Samoan spike.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
New champion. An undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, Umaga!
This proves it. Truly no one can withstand Umaga. The Samoan bulldozer has wrecked his way straight to the WWE Championship. Cena's title reign is over.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check... Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. 2 bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor, the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules and limit their aggressive tendencies.
There's nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain.
Perched up top. Watching the hardcore style of 3-minute warning, both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough rows. And Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warning's thug-like tactics need to be respected.
How are they going to get away with this?
Oh, this is bull.
And Razor's confidence has to be rocked after that.
Yeah, Rosie delivering the pain.
Jamal on the receiving end. Clothesline.
What a headbutt.
These attacks are starting to impact him.
Yeah, Rosie came prepared for this matchup. Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor perched up top. wrestle free their opponent's arm, has the arm trapped.
Wrench in the arm. Oh, come on, just take it back in the ring. Pretty please.
Say a little louder, Saxton. I don't think they heard you. Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
Back into the ring now.
Oh, man, inverted backbreaker. Ow. Oh, foot just stomping down. Carefully placed stomp to the arm.
Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here. Targeting the shoulder with the claw.
Escape and a takedown.
Man, what a clothesline.
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined arms colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight. Wrench in the arm.
Caught with a lariat.
Uh-oh. Samoan drop.
Rosie lining him up from the top turnbuckle.
Close fist punch to the jaw.
Here we go. Lands the splash.
3-minute warning might just be done messing around.
Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of soup.
Rosie now into the cover. This is going to be... Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and...
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw, and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the bloodline. Quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. in the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own, because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
Charlotte Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
A revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
And now Tamina sent ringside.
Now bringing her fury to ringside.
Oof.
Oh, with authority.
Counter from Tamina. Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Looking for something, anything under the ring. Tamina landing heavy offense on Charlotte.
Charlotte thought tonight would be an ascension to her throne. Tamina's here to ruin that dream.
Looking her best when she took that shot. A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the... what's coming here? Submission move being applied. The Achilles lock.
I think it's over, Michael.
It may well be. But I think this has just turned into something that isn't a match anymore.
This has turned... And she lets go of the hold.
Maybe she didn't like the leverage or grip she had on that submission, Cole.
A powerbomb like that will leave you with bruises and remind you of this moment for days.
Here we go, Byron.
Samoan drop.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. Oof!
She's headed out of the ring. Countouts are not a factor for her. Oh, God!
You saw that coming.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. Sliding in under the rope. She's back in the ring.
Gonna try and unhook it now.
Victory is literally within reach.
Charlotte's at the top with the briefcase.
Will she rise back to her throne?
Come on, now is the time. Seize the moment. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Ooh, boom!
Well, this is Natalya's wheelhouse.
The Hart family legacy lives on.
And she's positioning the ladder perfectly in the center of the ring there.
This is very unique escape to fight her way out of the sharpshooter.
And she's only taking more damage at this stage.
And all of this pain and discomfort will make ascending a ladder very challenging.
And she reversed it.
Incoming.
Here we go, cleaning up the announce table.
We know what's coming next.
This match is getting more chaotic by the second.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts the climb, but needs to move quickly. Charlotte just rubbing it in now. Enough of this. She needs to refocus on the task at hand now. Climbing up, but is there enough time to go for the win?
Oh, no, look out. Here we go. That's called changing the decor of the broadcast area. I have a feeling there's more to come, Corey. Can't waste any time now. Gotta get it off that hook.
And Flair gets that turned back on.
Oh, this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in... Oh, my God. No, please, don't come over here.
Why, Saxton? We got the best seats in the house.
Oh, man, she finds a hard landing on the outside. High-risk territory for Natalya. From the top. Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me? Here we go. Ladder set up in the middle of the ring.
Perfectly positioned.
She keeps on talking, but is she actually going to deliver?
Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
She's grabbing at the prize now.
Heart has to be pumping right now.
Needs to focus and pull it together.
Full focus on obtaining the prize.
Every second up there is allowing the opposition to recover.
Better hurry.
We might have a winner here.
Success is within reach.
Got those hands working overtime.
And attacking the body here could be a smart strategy. These will keep you down.
Powerful contact by Tamina. We can't be far from the finish line now.
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my. Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
And did you hear the impact of that?
Tamina's absolutely wrecking shop on Natalya, making sure the veteran won't have the strength to climb a ladder at all.
Down on the windpipe. She's looking even worse for wear now.
Looks like the gas tank is running past E now.
She's stretching. But can she get a break?
The whole match is literally in the palm of their hands.
It all comes down to this.
That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away. and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jay are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jay his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jay ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jay are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any two of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jay could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day one. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place. And there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight.
You win these, you make it.
Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. The 2-on-2 match with the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring in the Hell in a Cell. No tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgivable.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. While I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
Oh!
Clubbing blow.
Counters!
Ouch. Oh, my gosh. Oh, nasty stomp to finish it off.
And now with the kendo stick in hand, he's ready to do some real damage. Big shot taken. That one's going to leave a well.
Was cranking the head.
Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap with the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-os and trombones fool you. New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them. New Day is prepared for an all-out brawl tonight.
Northern Lights. New Day refer to this as their power lineup, but having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most, well...
Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael. Tonight, it's not about entertaining. It's about putting your sworn enemy to rest for good.
Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to...
Clean attack by the champion. Oh, and quick resiliency from the challenger.
How did he do that? Kick to the gut. Back around into a neck breaker. Heading back to the ring. Ooh.
Brutal stomp to the body.
Went for the springboard and miss.
Suplex.
Taken down to the mat.
The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This, the contractual
Uso, Jey Uso splash. Will that be enough to win the titles?
Oh, stop to the tummy.
Tommy.
from the middle rope.
Big elbow.
Oh, what a splash. Our champion feeling the effects of all the offense so far.
This is how it goes in Hell in a Cell. The match keeps going, whether you can handle it or not.
The challenge really taking it on the chin here.
Yeah, it looks like the New Day is able to catch them by surprise. And what a reversal from Jey Uso.
What a display of strength here.
Put down face first. Takes their breath out. Effective counter.
Super kick for the title.
And the glory.
He's able to end the pin count there.
Swing on sight and don't stop swinging till it's over. The Usos being relentless in their punishment.
And that was a successful bit of offense with that maneuver. And an uppercut. The champion taking a task here.
I think we can consider this the beginning of the end, gentlemen. Usos from the top. Elbow drop. Good Lord.
Cover to be crowned champion.
Jimmy Uso is feeling it. He is getting that energy level back up.
And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash. The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That heart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jey back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see. Unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
For the first time ever, we have a women's Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history, and tonight she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get. Big flying forearm.
Planning something big here.
Perched up top. Good Lord. Taking flight.
They got all of that. Just taking flight and soaring through the sky.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself. to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi the WWE Universe or Bayley is used to.
Thinking about rolling pin, watch this.
Oh, wow. Hook of the leg, shoulders down.
And quick getting the arm up.
A little closer to getting the pinfall there, but...
Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title.
Gonna cut off the win. Guillotine applied.
Expertly executed.
Dangerous situation. Needs to find a way out fast. And she does. Great move.
From behind. Back suplex.
The champ with the cover. She kicks out before one.
Maybe just testing the waters with that one. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi the WWE Universe or Bayley is used to. Taking flight.
You gotta be kidding me.
Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
Oh, you got your running shoes tied tight, boys. We might need to bolt out of here.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
In the corner now. She doesn't want to stay there.
Oh, jeez. Byron, you've talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression. The way things were when she was hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves from the WWE Universe.
Oh, what a clothesline. And Bayley is really being knocked around here.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here. Put on the top rope. Something big's coming.
And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
And Segura finds its mark.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
Hurricane Rana. Uh-oh, feel the blow. Feel it go. And she releases her own submission. And I have to question as to why she would do that.
This looks like she's setting the foundation for a masterfully laid trap. Leg drop.
to the corner.
And only some athlete. Split leg moonsault.
Challenger clearing a path to the title.
Stirring up, but she has no idea what's about to come her way.
Into the cover. And she kicks out right away.
She is showing us something special here tonight.
Arm wringer.
Well, that changed. Oh, review by Naomi.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
Makes a cover. And we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new...
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Afa and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
Two on. Two tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the team in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Now these are obviously two
takeoff. Big head.
Look ringside now, guys. This man is doing something very suspicious. Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
Oh, no. Just a sure sign of desperation.
Hava and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. That's something common to most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
That move might have crossed the line.
I see how it is. Going to take any shortcut from the top. Holding the table with surprising accuracy. Oh, look out! German!
He even put through the ringer tonight.
They have tried their hardest to avoid damage, but I think the table might be coming into play.
Watch out! Oh, took it high risk, but was off the mark.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo. And look at this. Now bringing the fight back. And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the...
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition of the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical. Sidewalk slam delivered.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the...
Flying!
That's it. What a splash.
Devon has to avoid that kind of offense if he wants to be in this match.
Yeah, Alpha put a little extra oomph into that one.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
He's quick to get out of the way there.
Get this back into the ring
From the top.
He's already feeling the effects.
Alpha coming at him with incredible intensity.
Slips away just in time. He's got a plan for that table, and it does not involve a dinner party.
He's looking to take things to the outside now. Oh, one step ahead there. Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live.
Popped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boys in there. Oh, and now he's looking to lock in this submission.
He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael.
Uh-oh. Headbutt. What's Sika thinking here?
Ooh, on the top. Bang. Look out below. Bubba Ray was ready for that.
Boom. The Dudley Boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial, had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call regular old Tuesday. Alpha and Sika are just a different breed of wrestler.
Look, I don't care who.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 Showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the Promised Land. He's violent. He's strong. He's fast. He's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question. The future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
No.
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa, as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right to the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the press.
Launching.
Taking a flight to nowhere.
That misstep could have cost them this match entirely.
A hard landing for sure.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has...
Oh no, getting in position. What's he planning to do here?
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Got to be a tough situation for Carmelo Hayes here. He's up against an opponent he could never have planned for.
No, but there's a clear strategy, Cole. Solo Sikoa has an injury to his... Finds the roll-up.
Rope break, stop the pin.
This is where awareness really pays off in the ring. Oh, wicked kick to the lower back.
Sikoa gets out of dodge. Clothesline!
Off with their head.
Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes. You cannot deny the impact Trick has had since he joined his childhood friend's side.
Yeah, that decision to bring Trick Williams into NXT 2.0 changed the trajectory of Carmelo Hayes' career. Trick told Melo 12 months ago, forget about pandering to the NXT universe, just focus on yourself. And that was the day that Melo truly became the A-Champ.
We saw Solo Sikoa join the Bloodline just 10 days ago. But this bond between Melo and Trick might even...
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes, ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa, cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
Rearing way back.
Solo and Spike.
We might see a new champion crown.
Is the new champion.
Here is your
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
It's been interesting watching Reigns. Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Sent right into the corner.
Shoulder to the stomach.
You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief.
Rollins lands hard ringside. Reigns heads up. This is going to be good. From the top. Through the air. And connects.
You got to be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense. But I can't say it didn't pay off.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
Got them off their feet here. All the way down.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make a Tribal Chief go nuclear.
Seth is being overwhelmed.
And you get
from the top.
elbow drop. Oh, it's a piercing elbow.
Measuring him now, lining it up.
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the big... Get it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus.
Maybe time to start burning it down. Rollins is starting to roll. Oh, that didn't go as Seth designed.
Fast thinking saved him there.
Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
No escape from these punches.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Crank in the head. Rollins getting worked on here.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Carried in a jeopardizing position here.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
And he gets discarded out of the ring. Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Sent straight into the barricade. Oh, no, what could this be?
Oh, don't do this.
Hung up on the barricade. Hit a big boot. Roman being the aggressor.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Oh, colliding with a barricade. He'll make his way to the ring. He's making his way to ringside now. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins?
Rollins just a step too slow.
Reigns is going to look to press on the advantage.
Maybe Reigns has found a new source of aggression to battle back with.
Oh, gets blasted into the steel steps. And he's going to the top.
Right about now, Roman Reigns demands acknowledgement.
He's in for it now. And there's the Uranagi.
Landed them. The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he capped from the top.
Are you kidding me? Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
And to the sky.
Delivers the elbow. Took a gamble once, took a gamble again, and hit the jackpot twice. Rollins got out of the way.
And there's another focused attack to his head.
Head being targeted again, it seems.
Reigns with a Superman punch.
And
Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No getting up from this.
And Seth is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
that's possibly the...
Reigns is setting up. Oh my God! Here it comes!
Spear by Reigns.
The champ taking care of business here.
Framing him up. He's got a picture-perfect opportunity here.
Bam! By Reigns! This might be it. The champ might keep it here.
Shoulders are down. Somehow he kicked out.
I don't believe it. How did the challengers survive that?
By the skin of their teeth. And don't expect the champ to start going easy on him now.
Roman has been denied. This is not something we're used to seeing, and by the looks of things, neither is Reigns. Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother in arms, Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
So ruthless.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Now set up in the corner of the ring. Counters on top of counters, and these opponents are at an impasse. Trapped in the corner, no escape from these punches.
Seth Rollins' chances are whittling down.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Rollins landing awkward outside.
From the top.
Oh, no, went big and pays for it.
That didn't look good at all. A ringside doctor's on hand if needed. The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. But Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium ladder match in his career. Never successfully on the apron. He doesn't have much time to get back in the ring.
He beats the count. Barely. Clothesline.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history.
Up high.
Sent into the stairs. That'll stop anybody.
Headed back into the ring. What's the thought here? Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Roman Reigns has just taken command.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Sent out of the ring the hard way. Taking this thing out onto the floor now.
What a spear by Reigns! Perfect execution from the champ.
I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games Rollins has been... Oh, Superman punch!
Reigns not done yet.
The champ might have just ended things right there. Cover. And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new Rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's Rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original bloodline versus the new bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes.
From the top, diving headbutt.
And I'm sure Jay's bloodline didn't like what they saw there.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense that opens people's eyes to Jacob Fatu.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight, gentlemen.
Taking flight. Boom, right across the small of the back.
Jacob Fatu's able to dodge that.
Nothing fancy here, just raw power. No other way to say it, guys. That looked like it hurt a lot.
Boom! Did you hear the impact? Delivers an axe handle. Got to be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Under the apron now, looking to stack the odds even higher in their team's favor here.
Look at this. Jacob is holding in.
Taking hold of Jay here.
Jacob about to end this fight.
Looks like the impending numbers advantage isn't enough for him.
Into the table.
I can't begin to imagine what he's got planned here, guys.
Maybe it's a Yahtzee. Through the ring door and adding a bit of length.
Middle rope. Oh, my Lord. His opponent keeps piling it on him.
Yeah, this is troubling. Can only hold on for so long now.
And it looks like, he's donning the crimson mask after that move. So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
Just wailing away with that weapon like there's no tomorrow.
Here we go again.
And looking at Jacob Fatu. Down her DDT.
And it can be all over for Jay.
Here comes the buzzer. The numbers advantage vanishes with this next entrant.
Steel chair to the temple.
This War Games just got Uzi. Zayn joining the original bloodline stop.
Sky high. Axe handle for the middle rope.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
Man, what timing on that count.
Oh, man, he took a hard landing into the other ring.
With a clothesline.
8 men in this war. But one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my...
He's looking for yet another exclamation mark. DDT.
Jacob about to end this fight.
Old bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline.
Totally helpless at the moment.
Tonga looking.
Both wrists captured. Man, knee strike. And Tonga Loa close things out.
Jacob Fatu cuts him off. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Uzi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
Oh, man, taking it to the trachea. Not a good spot to be in.
Are you kidding me?
If there's Tongaloa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in war games.
Many folks say Tongaloa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tongaloa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than war games. Nice sit-out powerbomb. Oh, man. Oh, ouch. Taking aim on the arm.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, is called himself the head of the table, called himself Tribal Chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
The Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Jay is in a very vulnerable position here. Back body drop. Did you see that height on that?
Already he's taken on some damage.
Destructive offense.
Tonga. Tonga twist.
Does Jimmy have any fight left?
Wrist captured.
And Tongaloa close things out.
We've got a numbers advantage incoming as the Tonga. Now is to bring Jimmy down a peg.
The competitor Tongaloa coming through here.
From the heavens, and now the new Tribal Chief,
Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
as if the numbers advantage.
Look out!
Come on, you already had the advantage. You didn't need to bring that into the ring.
The target's been acquired once more. Things
are no longer about to be even in this one, and he wants to make sure of that.
adding some extra spice to the numbers advantage by coming in armed to the teeth.
Hammer right to the gut. If you're on the opposite side of this entry, you are bracing for a fight.
Those wrists captured. Nasty.
And Tongaloa close things out.
And what a maneuver we just saw there. Setting up for something here.
Jacob's playing something here.
His body is dealing with it.
From the top.
These superstars must be feeding off the WWE Universe.
This place is starting to rock. Tonga setting it up. Here it comes.
Tonga twist. Victory nearly in hand for Tonga.
And seconds left before the odds are even here.
Incoming. Good night. What a knee. Tongaloa put a stamp on this one. And the Tribe. Oh no. Solo spike. Now Solo needs to end this. Caught with a punch.
And the entrance of the last competitor means that War Games is officially Tonga.
Tama could end it there.
Just like that, Sammy gets stopped.
Oh, a sledgehammer to the midsection will knock the wind out of him.
Straight impact on the throat.
He's headed up. Might be going toward the side with a big boot. That's going to keep Sikoa down.
Even more attacks to the neck and head area.
A dangerous target to have your sights set on for sure.
Oh, he saw it coming. Bang!
Oh, target acquired and destroyed.
Oh, look at that torch of their opponent.
Oh, this isn't going to be good.
Oh, man.
See for a quick kick out.
Planted with a neck breaker.
Oh, no. Driving down. Winding up. Boom! Samoa spot.
Sikoa might have just finished things.
He could be starting to really struggle in this match.
He's looking lost out there. Looking like an easy target.
And it's Jey Uso. And cover now for the match. He's able to beat a 2 count. Thought he had it.
You gotta be kidding me. Delivering nasty. Wrists captured. Man, knee strike.
Tonga Loa put a stamp on this one.
Oh, stop.
And the forearm smash.
Sammy covers. Shoulders down.
Reigns sizing up the target. Good golly. Utilizing his
From the top. Rubbing blow.
And Reigns got clobbered by that move.
I don't know if I want to go on this trip, guys, but
You might have to. And Reigns
Jacob Fatu got a problem here.
wasting no time. Shoulders are dead.
They could have got by Tonga. And look out. Here it comes.
Tongan twist. And just look at the damage to Zayn's face after that shot.
He's definitely been worn down a little.
Jey can seal it here.
Turning it into a pin for the win. Might need a big hit with that hammer.
And I think we just might see that could finish off Roman.
My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to endure a smash like that. And turning it into a mat slam. And talk about giving a DDT with authority.
Tonga's looking to wrap this one up.
And that definitely made solid impact.
And it's Roman Reigns in a tough spot. This could be the defining moment of this match for him. What does he do now?
At this stage, he's endured plenty of pain.
Right where he's thinking here.
And he breaks his own submission.
Maybe his plan was just to soften his opponent with that hold.
And the pin could be over for Tonga Loa. He breaks the pin, keeping his team in this one.
And his head was once again the target.
Now attempts the cover.
Can he keep him down?
A quick reversal by Jey. He's about to do it.
Sliding into the cover. Look at this.
Using the ropes for leverage and the flight. And Team Roman wins War Games.
The new bloodline has fallen.
Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline, courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those
From the top.
diving headbutts.
Jey looking powerless to every attack.
Yeah, but Uso's just one move from turning this around.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jey and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old-school Bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael.
From the top.
Jacob Fatu taking the upper hand in a big way.
Yeah, impressive offense from Jacob Fatu.
And in just a moment, the numbers advantage set to come into play here. OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. From the top.
Totally missed that one.
Climbing the cage, but that makes absolutely no sense in this match.
And for main event, Jey Uso, this is as much about a mental advantage as a physical one. Oh, strong impact.
Bang! Never saw it coming.
Ooh, right to the throat. A lot of damage taken on by Jey Uso. I'm not sure how this will pan out.
He has been battered and beaten, and there's only so much more he can take.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side is less experienced inside this structure.
Look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a soaring.
Ooh, man!
Able to capitalize on Jacob Fatu's mistake.
Taking this fight to the War Games trench is going to do a lot of damage before the match even starts.
What grace! Float over with it. Things will get back to an even playing field with the next entrant.
Super kick!
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war. He's going back to the well.
Oh, some power behind that punch.
Uh-oh. Half and half suplex. Lights out. Ooh.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Stops that offense from connecting. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in war games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. Let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than war games.
Here comes another one.
Timer's almost up. This next entrant gives their team the advantage. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
The odd man in, and he's looking for an ace up his sleeve now. Oh, he timed that counter well. Searching under the ring now. This can't be good.
Come on now. Is it not enough that they're already coming in with an advantage here? Is this...
Look out! That'll be a bit tough for Jey to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jey has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jey has the title wins and big victories that earn him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new Bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
He's finding himself in some territory he does not want to be in. On the shoulders and a slam. Mere seconds away from evening the out. He's about to do it. He's about to end the game. Disturbing impact.
Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new Bloodline in War Games.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new Blood,
Trying to go for it again.
and looking at Jacob Fatu.
Caught with a DDT.
Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
Pulling the hair.
Tracking the kendo stick across
just pure brutality.
Oh, easy.
This will turn your lights out in a hurry. Samoan drop.
Kendo stick to the skull.
Both wrists captured. That was nasty. Jay is out. That is it. Listen to this place. It's electric.
And Jimmy realizing he's not the only one in this match willing to do anything it takes.
Yeah, Jacob was confident going on the attack.
Countdown's on and get ready because this will give one team a greater number of combatants.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
Looks like the impending numbers advantage isn't enough for him.
Getting tossed. Sammy with a big boot. Zay has this wrapped up.
Now Jimmy.
And over to the other ring he goes.
He's already bringing the numbers advantage, but he wants something more.
Taking head over heels. Oh, jeez. Nasty kick in the face. Waiting for him to get back on his feet so he can strike.
And walking through the structure door, this is where nightmares become reality. Thunderous power slam.
Both wrists captured.
Man, knee strikes.
Tonga Loa put a stamp on this one.
Starting to scale up the War Games wall. He's got something in mind.
This is right for him. Kendo stick impact.
No, this will not be good. This is so unsafe.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Right in the kisser. The WWE faithful communicating in no uncertain terms. It is electric in here.
And with his coming entrant, the teams will officially be evened up.
Looks like he knew it was coming.
And the tribal chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
He's going under the apron. He will certainly have a plan here.
Jacob's playing something here.
And looking at Jacob. Oh, man. Through the table.
Unbelievable impact. His body in ruins. The table just obliterated.
His body showing the effects of this match. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a ball game. Direction call. We have ourselves a War Games.
Jimmy with a cause for alarm.
Tonga's looking to wrap this one up. They could have got that Tonga tough.
Solo Sikoa.
Spike. That's one for Sikoa before.
He may have just slowed Jake
From the top. Crossover.
Now scaling the War Game structure.
This is not going to end well. Lift off. What goes up must come down.
Double flapjack.
And he just got caught good once again. Taking on so much offense.
You got to worry about the lingering effects.
Rearing way back. It's clear that he is in excruciating pain here. His body. Look out! Agonizing.
Going for body blow is a good way to train your opponent. And his body seems to be the full target.
Both wrists captured. Boom! Good knock. What a knee. Tonga Loa put a stamp on this one.
You can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
Tonga setting it up. Here it comes from the top. Tonga twist.
May have just vanquished Reigns.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
He's going back to the ring.
And looking at Jacob Fatu. Right side DDT.
capitalize on.
Look at that. Vicious right forward. Lining up Reigns. Opportunities like this rarely open up.
He just got busted wide open. And they just tossed him aside.
Tama could end it there. From the top.
Chicago is focused on finishing this.
Trying to get vertical, but
Sikoa.
we're going to end it with a Samoan spike.
Hamataga
Executing a vicious Tonga twist.
Victory nearly in hand for Tonga.
now looking at Che. Into the pin. But no helping their teammate out there. Solo. Here's the cover. Solo for the win. Still only got one.
He's still got more left in the tank.
He's got it now. Here we go.
She rolls for Tonga Loa. I am shaking my head in disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder up.
Vicious double axe handle. Big forearm.
Nasty kick
To the face.
The WWE Universe is put as Jade is dropped.
And looking at Jacob Fatu. And shoulders down.
Trying to end it.
There's a shoulder up almost immediately.
How this match is still going on.
Oh my God. Going up the cage now. Must have some sort of strategy in mind.
From the top.
Pinpointing the trick here.
And you have to be in a lot of pain taking that many attacks to the core.
Yeah, but you really have to fight through it. That core area really getting lit up. And his body is still the focus of the attack.
Let's take it back to his intentions here. Looks like his opponent definitely getting ready. Super kick.
Like John Henry swinging a hammer like that.
Hazardous position as Jimmy gains his footing. Earth-shattering. Will Jimmy seal this up?
Now we see Tonga Loa. Looking to hold all the war games here. This is
From the top. Oh, man.
Solo Sikoa.
Samoan spike.
Solo. Are we about to see it again?
DDT.
They're about to end this. Why on earth?
Would he give up the pin?
He's got bad intentions.
He is stalking, waiting for his moment to attack. They could have got by Tonga. And look out. Here it comes.
Tonga twist. Tama could end it there.
Winding up. That's a... Both wrists captured. Leads to it.
Tonga Loa put a stamp on this one.
Just bashing into that hammer.
And he's staggering to his feet. About to head right into danger.
Legs caught. He's starting to look bad. And so much damage has been done to the head here. continues. Nasty boot by going for the cover. Someone shoulders it down.
Keeps his team in this one.
Then we see Tonga Loa.
And that can vanquish Tonga.
And straight into the pin attempt.
Super kick!
Tearing down the leg down.
Sammy's like a deer in the headlights here. Winding up. Boom! Samoan spike.
Sikoa might have just finished things.
Only running on instinct to keep fighting. Completely lost otherwise.
And his core remains the focus here.
Every blow taking more of his breath away.
Look at this.
Oh, gosh. His head is becoming a bigger target and looking to cause some damage by attacking the skull.
Choosing to go after the head here. Interesting strategy. A lot of these attacks are... Tama can end it there.
Wait a second. He's going up the wall. The Extreme War Games mentality to the sky.
Teammate.
Not a moment too.
They could have got by Tonga. And look out. Here it comes. The Tonga twist.
Tama could end it there.
Shoulders down. Jacob going to end it here. Stopping the ref count it.
Winding up.
Gets the reversal. What a counter. Boom.
Sikoa hits the spinning Superman.
He makes the save.
Better late than never.
Escapes defeat. And looking at Jacob Fatu. He's looking for yet another exclamation DDT.
Jacob about to end this fight.
Roman Reigns so dominant, going for the win.
This is a psycho